it's my first month here on Cambly. It's been one
Ah,
month I've been using Cambly,
okay.
and I would like to talk about like anything randomly, so I don't have anything prepared,
No, I'm
and
I'm a very
I
random person too, so it's okay.
I'd like an unbiased opinion, if I sound good, if I sound okay. They like if there is any huge mistakes that I like make a lot. And yeah, just that. It's my first month on Cambly, and I pretty sure I'm doing a great work, no? And I just wanted to keep going.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think like a lot of people when they start, and the new year is a really popular time to start Cambly, New Year's resolutions and all of that. Um, but I think people become quite addicted to it because once you start speaking and you do it consistently, that's the important part. Like go to all of your lessons every week. That is important to do. But I know people who have left Cambly and then 3 months later they come back because they're like, no, I can't. I have to keep talking. So do be prepared for that.
In fact, I bought the annual version of Cambly, and that thing that you mentioned, I'm actually sharing my lessons on my YouTube channel because I go back to them and I'm
Mm-hmm.
reviewing all of my lessons, and I think that's important to me because, like for example, the mistakes that I made in the first one, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't do in the second one. The mistakes that
Right.
I did in the second one, I didn't do on the third one. And after each lesson, I can see the progress. I can notice the mistakes that I've been making, and I can kind of like work out on these mistakes, so I'm not gonna
Right.
be making them.
Yeah, yeah, you can work out what you did wrong from your videos. I know I have another student, he does the same thing, and but usually he like is kicking himself because he's like, how did I not know that word or something like that, because in the moment it's really difficult to make your brain connect the language or the vocabulary that you have learned in the past.
Yeah, I see. I think like I don't beat myself up for that. I
Mm,
think that's like it's normal, So the thing that I try to do is just like uh, I don't know. For example, if I forget about a specific word, I'm gonna like write it down and I'm gonna use it with some phrases so I can kind of stick it to my head.
yeah, yeah,
And
get it stuck in your
yeah, that's
mind.
what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I don't beat myself up. I think that's a natural process.
For sure.
And yeah, he shouldn't be doing that.
I think like the main idea is kind of don't don't learn too many new things at the same time. There's some students, they're trying to learn like 20 new words every single day, but then at the end of the week when they're reviewing all of the words, they forget about 80% of the words that they've tried to remember for that week, and it's kind of like if you learn new vocabulary, I always say like you should try to use it in your if you're doing classes like conversation classes, try to use the new vocabulary in class so that if your tutor hears you talking about it, maybe if you they can hear if you're saying it correctly or not.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, that's something that I have to work on. I've been trying to learn a lot of things at the same time. For example, I really love learning language, so I'm studying four languages,
Whoa,
but
wow,
the
that's
one
really
that,
crazy.
the one that I'm paying the most attention, of course, is English. And I'd say if it wasn't for the other three languages, probably my English would be like in a higher level because I don't get overwhelmed, like I don't feel like tired or I don't bore myself studying language.
Mm.
But I totally agree with you. If I was like studying only English, probably I would be in a higher level. Like today I was watching the 100s and I saw one word like junkie. Yeah, like to someone who is addicted. Do you know this word, right? So I was like, in the specific episode, they were like using this word a lot, and I was, oh my gosh, I know this word. I'm not gonna look it up. I'm
Mm,
not using the translate. I'm gonna remember it. So throughout the episode, they were using like a lot. When the woman who was like a junkie, she took a pill, and I was,
mm.
oh my god! It finally dawned on me that there was this like to someone who's addicted,
Yeah.
and
Yes, it's like a drug addict. That's what junkie is.
and also there are a lot of videos that I've learned a lot of things, and I kind of I can't tell them right off the bat, but if I see like it written anywhere or if I hear it, I'm gonna remember.
Mm.
And yeah, I think you have to focus.
Yeah, for sure. And I think like when you're watching these kinds of TV shows, that's where you can gain a lot of knowledge to do with vocabulary in a context. I mean, I don't know if I would personally be teaching the word junkie to people, but it is frequently used. I used the word junkie yesterday in my real life.
That's good to know. That's good to know. In fact, it was the first time that I heard this word, so I was like, oh, maybe they don't use it like in
No,
everyday
we
conversation,
do.
but it's good to know. It's good to learn it.
It's quite like a derogatory word, and it's like it's kind of like an insult
Yeah, I
for
see. I see. I
yeah,
see.
it's not a very
So
nice word.